Hi, welcome back to Hopgood Property Investments. I'm Nikki Hopgood, and today I wanted to speak with you a little bit about builder quotes and refurbishments. So I'm about to go meet with one of our building team. This is for a property that we recently sourced to an investor. It will be an ordinary house that will be turned into a multi-let accommodation for professionals. So the process that we do as a sourcing company is when we view a property, we measure out that whole property, make sure that everything is understood in terms of the amount of room that we have to play with in that property. All the nooks and crannies are all measured, so we really know the layout. And then from that point, we decide what the new layout can be, what the proposed layout can be. And also, whilst we're doing that initial viewing, we also estimate what we think the refurbishment will come to. We've done so many of these by this point that we can estimate pretty accurately. So that is how the deal or property investment is sourced to one of our investors. Then so once the offer's in, but before any money has been exchanged and completed or anything like that, so very early on in the process, we then get our builder round to the property, and then we get a very accurate quote. So not an estimate, an actual quote for the works that we want doing. So that's kind of how we work it from a sourcing perspective. So then in terms of going round with that builder and doing the quote, for a start, make sure you've got a great builder. You need a really good team to be successful in any property investment. So make sure that you've got a really good builder on your side. Also, make sure that you really decide everything you want doing to that property before you meet with your builder. So you need to know the exact layout that you plan, every single change that you want to make. If you want to put in en suites, if it's a multi-let or HMO accommodation, you need to have decided the location of those en suites. If you change anything like that later on down the line, for example, say you want to change the location of an en suite, that could be problematic in the sense it could affect your refurbishment costs. And really, when from the get-go, you want to understand what those costs are going to be. And the only way you can do that is to fully decide on what's going to be required for that refurbishment and the layout at every change that you want to make, so your builder can quote you accurately on that. If you decide later on down the line to change things, for example, if you did move that ensuite, then all of a sudden maybe the soil pipe then couldn't get out the right way to get all the waste out. So you'd have to then maybe look at a SaniFlow system, and it can really get complicated. So from day one, when you meet with that builder and go round, so your offer's been accepted, get in there with that builder that you trust, that you can work with, and make sure that you've decided on your whole layout. We always give our builder a copy of our proposed layout, the current layout of the property and the proposed layout of the property, and that really gives a visual on everything that you plan. The location of each new ensuite, the location of each new wall. We might be moving walls, taking down walls, making various alterations. So very important that you sort of give a plan of all that to your builder. Then we also take a chart round and we go room by room and we write in detail every single change that we're asking that builder to make to each room. So that's very important, so that it's logged, so that you have something to refer to, so that your builder has something to refer to, so you're on the same page with everything. Because when this refurbishment begins, don't forget, you're going to be months down the line when the actual refurbishment starts. Because right now, this quote is being given to you only very shortly after your offer's been accepted. So you've got to go through the whole buying process yet. So if that's cash, it might be quick, great. But if it's not, if it's a mortgage, then you could be looking at a couple of months, maybe even 3 months till that building work actually commences. And you want to make sure that when all that time's gone by and everyone's kind of forgotten, that it's all logged so that you and your builder know exactly what changes are going to be made to that property. So I'd say that's really important. That will hopefully help you out a lot with any project that you're looking at, whether it's a flip, whether it's a multi-let, anything, whatever it is. And that's about all I wanted to cover today. So yeah, decide on exactly what you want for any refurbishment you do ahead of time, as early as possible, and make sure that you yourself and your builder log exactly the changes that you want to make when you go round that house and you're doing that quote with your builder. Okay, have a good day. Thanks. Bye.